Present here. Today, we all have gathered here for a very special event, Technographers, hosted by Faculty of Engineering and Technology. The purpose of this event is to support and appreciate our engineering Acharya and Nigamka Majumdar from Civil Department. It's our privilege to welcome our respected Vice Chancellor, Sir, Dr. N.C. Talukdar, our respected Deans, HODs, Director, and our guest of honor, Dr. Arup Kumar Mishra, Director of Assam Science, Technology and Environment Council, and all my dear fellow colleagues. I welcome you all to this special event. Now, I'll hand over to Nigamka.
So, to grace this occasion, we'll start our today's program with Saraswati Vandana. The goddess Saraswati is worshipped as goddess for education. So, to start every occasion, we start with a Saraswati Vandana, which will be sung by Ananya Kalika, Assistant Professor, Civil Engineering Department. Ananya, the stage is yours.
जय तु जय शुभ ज्ञानमाई जगदम्बे शारदा ज्ञानमाई जगदम्बे शारदा माता जय तु जय शुभ ज्ञानमाई सुप्रवसन पद्मासन पुस्तकाधारिणी माता सुप्रवसन पद्मासन पुस्तकाधारिणी माता जय तु जय शुभ ज्ञानमाई जगदम्बे शारदा माता जय तु जय शुभ ज्ञानमाई हंसवाहिनी बुद्धिदात्री वरदायिनी ब्रह्मचारिणी हंसवाहिनी बुद्धिदात्री वरदायिनी ब्रह्मचारिणी चन्द्रवदनी सुकुमारी चन्द्रवदिनी सुकुमारी माया कृष्ण सुजाता जय तु जय शुभ ज्ञानमाई जगदम्बे शारदा माता जय तु जय शुभ जय तु जय शुभ जय तु जय शुभ ज्ञानमाई थैंक यू
Thank you, Ananya. So now, I'd like to request our respected Dean Sir, Professor Dr. Sunandan Murro Sir, to address the gathering with a well-known speech. Thank you, sir.
Respected Dr. Arup Mishra Sir, Chief Guest for this program, Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, Professor N.C. Talukdar, distinguished guests, deans, and my dear colleagues, welcome to Technographers. Well, let me quickly tell you how we actually came up with this idea of having a small event like this, which we are calling it Technocracies. This term is coined by one of our newly joined faculty member, Dr. Rituraj Nath. He came up with this term called Technocracies. Actually, what happened was that when I joined on the 3rd of February, and at the first month it was going okay, the classes were going on, and we had a UGC visit, so people were very busy. And then all of a sudden, this pandemic that struck, and everybody had to be at home, and classes were going on from home. It was a totally different scenario, and it was not very, you can say, positive. So there was a generic feeling, a very negative feeling coming in. Everybody felt depressed, tensed, worried, and it had been going on for months now. And then gradually, we had to come to this realization that we have to survive with the pandemic. Corona is here to stay, and we cannot let Corona restrict us out of fear in our homes only, because we know what is going on, we know how we can protect ourselves. So we have to gradually get back to the mainstream, get back to how we were working before. So this poster that it's not there, what time will be? Anyway, the poster that we had put on for Technocracies is designed by our HOD, Dr. Otto Borondoi. And the idea behind putting a creeper there was that the leaves, the stem, the branches, the flowers, everything has their own role to play. But without each of them there, the plant will not survive. And the same thing with us, the Faculty of Engineering and Technology. Each of us there, we have a role to play. And not only the Faculty of Engineering, all the other faculties, we are interrelated, we are working together, the management has been supporting us continuously. So it's a group effect, it's a combined effect. And we really need to appreciate each other, we really need to say thank you to each other. And that's why we came up with the term gracias, that means to show, gratefulness to each other. And that's why we thought of having this small event where we all get together, thank each other, and we have some fun moments together. We try to forget the tensions we have and try to realize the fact that together we can achieve a lot. And this small creeper that Dr. Arnav showed, very soon we can take it to become a big oak tree, maybe, where everybody will look up to with a lot of expectations at home. So, keeping this event, we also thought that since we're planning to start our own nanotechnology center, so we thought that today itself we'll have an opening for the Center of Excellence in Nanotechnology. We want to keep it as a center of excellence because we have dreaming to make it a center of excellence. So this is just the start. So we have just formally opened the nanomaterial synthesis lab today, and we are planning to come up with a few more labs so that we can have a very active team of researchers here working in the area of nano. And let me tell you, for those who are not aware, nanotechnology is not a vertical technology, it's a horizontal technology. That means it can cut through all the other existing vertical technologies. So if you talk about geology, you talk about physics, you talk about chemistry, you talk about any area, biotechnology, everywhere you can find something is there that can add nanotechnology and make some novelty in the research that we are doing. So we did hope this center is coming up, and we look forward to active collaboration within the university and also with other universities so that we come up with world-class research. So once again, I want to welcome you all, particularly Dr. Arup Kumar Mishra. He has always been very, very supportive. He's actually my elder brother. So thank you for that. And NC Talukdar sir also is very, very passionate about research. So hopefully we look forward to active research activity in the university campus soon. Thank you so much for coming and joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And it's really our pleasure, and we are really grateful to you for coming up with this idea and encouraging us and supporting us every single day. So now, it gives an immense pleasure to welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. N.C. Talukdar sir, to come to the dais and address the gathering. Please, sir.
Namaskar. Good afternoon. At the outset, let me extend a very warm welcome to Professor Arup Kumar Mishra, Director of STEC. About 3-4 years ago, I had started my association with this university. I came here as a member of Research Evaluation Committee. Many of you know that. And the first meeting I came, in the presentation, I heard that Aztec has supported some project, not big amount of money, but still we begin with small. We are small when we begin. And so, as far as the research of ADT is concerned, that there has been, Aztec has made contribution, and we are very happy for that, and thank you very much, and we are very happy to have you here. Again, a very warm welcome to Professor Mishra and our respected deans, other faculty members of the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, and all other faculty members of other faculties and students present in this function. It's a new beginning. What this university has contemplated at its academic sphere or academic front has consolidated last 3-4 years after Professor Amarjyoti Chaudhary headed the office of Vice Chancellor. He has really brought or rather consolidated the entire academic activity of the university, and it is in a very firm footing. We have to only maintain. Now this university also has to have a very strong beginning on research. A university flourishes when research and teaching both goes hand in hand, and stronger research also add value to the teaching. To get a practical reflection of that is the day-to-day that we are starting in a nascent state, of course, a center of nanotechnology study. It's a very nascent state. I think about a month ago, not about a month ago, a week ago. And it goes back to a month because Professor Sananda Borua sent me also another proposal. It's a relatively big proposal. The volume is less, but it's not content. I have gone through a part of it. So what is envisioned through that center of excellence in nanotechnology, if we can really execute, and I'm sure we'll be able to, then universities' research in that front will be really take a lead in at least Northeast India, and for that matter in India too. And this event of today also can inspire other faculties and other teachers, professors to keep thinking in their area of research, how their area of teaching or their area of expertise, or how we can start some small project, even it may not be big. And if we begin that today, perhaps there will be many more centers of excellence to be established in the university. And that's in fact a goal, that next 3-4 years we should have at least 3 centers of excellence in different branches of studies. In biology we will have one. And university, whatever we do, I liked before I go to that, I should also express, because I felt so good to be, after about 6 months, to see the face of the audience and be talking, because as Dr. Borwa also said, this tiny virus has brought so much of fear that we have to fight. Like human beings have fought so many big wars speaking of the disease, and gradually, whenever something begins, we all get scared. That initial time have gone, and we are beginning to emerge from that shell that this virus put us in. And that's why I also felt very good. Somebody had a Saraswati Bhavana, and then applause, a clap. It really felt so good. The other thing, what Dr. Borwa mentioned, branch, the trunk, the stem, and the leaf. I just want to tell you something, because as a university it's important. We all know Toklai Experimental Station that was established by British. And I know a beautiful story of that. Like several directors of Toklai Experimental Station were British people. So one director, I cannot remember the name, I forgot. When he went for a long leave for 2-3 months to UK, he gave the responsibility of the entire senior scientists to organize different branches of studies, like your physiology, agronomy, disease management. He said that you organize all the research you have been doing in some compartment. Like we have here biology, we have nanotechnology, we have civil engineering. So it gave the responsibility. He came back, and then the entire senior scientist, group of senior scientists, they came up with a proposal that we have made this division, a tea plant physiology division, a tea plant nutrition management division, a tea plant soil survey division. Then he said, he was in fact very annoyed. He said, no, I don't want to accept this. This is totally wrong. He said that division term has disinterested me. Like, why do you divide? Toklai tea plant is one plant, and those who are involved in its study, why do you divide? So they are not the division. These will be all branches. If they are branches, then it belongs to a tree. So, that's a very practical and useful thoughts. So as such, the human society has too many divisions, right? And the university also has too many divisions. If you ask me, I am not in favor of any division. Maybe we can say program. Faculty is the right term. And in faculty, we should have some program. Rightly so, Assam Downtown University has only program. It doesn't say, is it not? You have under faculty, and we should keep that way. We should never make any division, or we should never make any department. Department also, it's all division. So it should be only program. When you say program, several people join hands together, stay together, think together, work together. And what the main essence, what is missing from us today, to work as a united force. All around nature, all the time is showing us unity. I think most of you are here engineering person. Let me just tell you, I'm from biology, how biology and engineering so intimately connected. One connection to we have human being and biology is we release carbon dioxide, plant need that, and plant gives us organic oxygen. So that's the kind of connection we fail to see. In our being entire my study life, nobody has said connection between plant and animal like that, right? Now coming to the engineering and biology. The first event in the process of making food for the entire biological world of this planet, begins with a chemical phenomena and a physical phenomena, or rather a electrical phenomena, a engineering phenomena. That photon hits the chlorophyll and it ejects an electron which carry equivalent amount of energy that photon possesses. The photon which stuck, and that through a series of process helps through a process that energy is conserved in ATP, and finally it goes to carbon dioxide reduction and carbohydrate production. There is simultaneously another process occurring. These are all engineering processes. Photolysis of water. Water breaks down to again release electron to that chlorophyll, otherwise chlorophyll will be permanently oxidized. If you look at this, in fact, what is happening in the plant, these are all physical and biological and engineering process. So then the biology and engineering, we all, like, there is a big unity. Nature is doing everything in a united way, and to learn more from nature and to develop technology, bring different material for us for benefiting human society, what we have to learn first is the unity, to work together, to work in group. And I hope that this particular event is a beginning in the line of thinking about excellence in research. That is, we are going to say a center of excellence today in nanotechnology, and tomorrow it will be center of excellence in advanced biology. Next, there will be a center of excellence in phytopharmaceutical research. There can be many new centers we can think of in the future. And today is the beginning. I'm extremely happy that great initiative is taken. I also congratulate the entire faculty of science and engineering. With these words, wish you all the best. Very quickly, we make progress in making these centers full-fledged, and all the support from my office, all the support, or like the convincing that I have to do to the governing body. I will take active role that we get some fund, good amount of fund for accelerating this activity next 6 months. With these words, once more, welcome to you all, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. This will definitely encourage all of us to work more harder and achieve higher zenith of success. Now I would like to request today's guest of honor, Dr. Arun Kumar Mishra, sir, who is a director in Assam Science, Technology and Environment Council, to share with us his valuable thoughts. Please, sir.
A very good afternoon to all of you. Respected Dr. N.C. Talukdar, sir, the Vice Chancellor of Assam Downtown University, my dear Dr. Sunandan Borua, who is instrumental in inviting me today for this technogracious and opening up of a Center of Excellence on nanotechnology. Many other faculty members, of course, I know, but I won't name you. It's really wonderful. I also echo the same sentiments of the Vice Chancellor that nowadays it's very rare to sit like this and have a physical face-to-face meeting. It's almost becoming rare now. We are always busy from morning to evening in webinars and virtual platform. So when you get an opportunity to come like this, in spite of some busy schedule today in the office, All India review meeting is going on since yesterday morning by Ministry of Science and Technology on all the 26 patent information centers in the states. And you know, Aztec has one such out of 26 in the country, Aztec has one PIC, Patent Information Center, inside our office, with 3 dedicated, very qualified scientific officers in charge of this patent office. But still, I told them that I'll join you late afternoon, maybe after 3 o'clock, but I have to go to this program. Because whenever I've come here, the ambience is very refreshing, wonderful place to come and spend some time. Last time I came in this auditorium was the Assam Science Society annual conference. It was held in this auditorium itself. Today, no doubt that we have one more center of excellence in this university, and the onus of making this center a center of excellence lies in a very capable hands of your colleague, Dr. Sunandan Borua, who is like my kid brother. I have relationship with both these persons here. Your Vice Chancellor's younger brother is my classmate. From higher secondary to Assam Engineering College, we were classmates. He is a faculty there now in AEC itself. I am also faculty there now on deputation. And Sunandan Borua's family is like my own family. His parents never considered my family to be outsider. We are just like one family, one big extended family. That's the beauty of those days in Guwahati University campus in Jalukbari. People grew up like that. A lot of fellow feeling, a lot of camaraderie. For all good and bad news, for all good and bad occasions, people came and gelled together always. So I have some sentimental attachment to these people out here. It was, your Chancellor was the district governor of Rotary International District 3240, which comprises about 50 Rotary clubs starting from Bengal, Sikkim to Northeast. In 1996, he was the district governor. That was the year I fought through a very tough two-tier selection process to be in the Indian contingent, 5-member Indian contingent, who had visited Brazil in 1996 under group study exchange program. So with Dr. Sir also I have a very special relationship. He was the DG and we carried his goodwill for 1 week to Germany, first 1 week in Germany induction program and then 1 month in Brazil. And that that type of exchange program between different countries, they expand your horizon, they expand your thoughts, and you try to become a better human being. So, already you have heard about what nanotechnology aims to do. Well, I think this is the best time when we are passing through a pandemic. After 100 years of the last major pandemic, which had taken a lot of lives in 1920, from that time onwards, in 100 years, we have seen small epidemics. We can't say pandemic as such, but this time, whole civilization has come to a standstill. And this is a challenging time for all of us, people who are involved in science and technology, whether it is academics or administration of research or development. We have to think about the future. Everybody is talking about vaccine. It is not something which the vaccine might come for nCoV-2, COVID-19, but that's not a panacea. It can't solve all the problems in future as well. Again, new strains will develop some. This time it was bat in Wuhan province. Next time it will be something else. So, when we are trying to modify the environment, we are trying to sometimes go against nature. I may sound a bit harsh. We are trying to go against nature, whether it is construction of big dams, cutting the hills, forest destruction in the name of infrastructure development, whatever it is. It's not that only we have got the problem, everyone. Recently, a friend from Africa came, and he came to our office in Aztec, and he was telling that a 400-kilometer long Trans-African highway has shifted the vegetation and the wildlife pattern in the whole continent. The animals, flowers, orchids which used to exist here has gone there, because through this a huge superhighway is being constructed. A lot of dust storms, a lot of people, heavy machinery, and these are very fragile type of ecosystem which do not survive in that climate. So problems are there. Not only that we have Lower Subansiri in Gerukam or some other Narmada Bachao movement like that. Everywhere we are trying, and why not? We have to try, because you have to feed the people. Today's population of 7.3, maybe 7.3 billion is expected to grow up to 9 billion by 2050. How do you feed these 900 crore people? Where is your land? If you go by the IUCN report, you will find that 2.5 times earth with the land and the resources and the water is required to even feed the 7.3 billion people now on the earth. So you can think about the pressure which is happening everywhere. On top of that, if you talk about huge development, huge construction, everybody wants big towers. I don't see any reason why in Khanapara Soy Mile area we should have a 70-story tall tower in a zone 5, specific zone 5 like Assam. I don't know why we need that twin towers like the New York Twin Towers out here. It's a government policy decision. I'm a government servant. I'll attract some problems if I go openly speak, but I'm just letting my mind out. Every place has got its own beauty, its own ecology, ecosystem, its own demography, its own, topography, and keeping those in view only, we have to go forward. So far as nanosciences is concerned, it is not that we have heard the first time about nanotechnology now. Now, last 2 decades, a lot of thrust has been given. And this person also went from Assam Engineering College. He was practically my indirect student. I was teaching in AC when Sunandan was doing his BTech in B in electronics and telecommunication. Then he went to AIT Bangkok. He did a lot of research work in Sweden, Uppsala University, right? Uppsala. And then there is no stopping this man. He one upon another new devices, new discoveries, new inventions, top level paper publications is going on. So you are very fortunate to have a dean of science and technology like him, and also a new laboratory here. I know it's fully correct to say that nanosciences is a horizontal science, not vertical. It doesn't create its own castle on the top. It cuts across different disciplines. So I'm a chemical engineer, and in 1989, when I joined Kanpur IIT for my master's, MTech, first time in my life I heard a term called nanofiltration. Professor P.K. Bhattacharjee used to teach us a subject course which is called Advanced Separation Process. So one by one the names will come: reverse osmosis, ultrafiltration, and then came nanofiltration. So, sir, what is nanofiltration? It's coming. Wait for some time, it's coming. So we know nanoparticle 10⁻⁹ size, and then if you can make such particles, it will selectively be able to go and remove the heavy metals or whatever contaminants are in the water, and it will be a much more efficient process. Same principle applies everywhere. Why only water filtration, purification? It also applies for cancer. Selectively you can kill the cancerous cell without affecting the other cells if you have the nanoparticles used for cancer treatment, cancer therapy. Everywhere you have a lot of biosensors. So whether it is food technology, whether it is water purification technology, it's electronics and telecommunication technology, everywhere you find multiple applications of nanoparticles. One small school girl was asking me a question in Jorhat a couple of years back. Sir, nanotechnology শব্দটো বহুত শুনি আছো, বস্তুটো কি? তো তোমাৰ চকুত লাগি আছে এতিয়া। তাহলে বুঝি পোৱা নাই। তো তোমাৰ চকুত লাগি আছে nanotechnology কি? কাজল তুমি লৈছা নাই তুমি? You have taken that stick. So আমি যিটো কওঁ কাজল বুলি, যিটো লৈ পেলাই বহুত কবিয়ে অসমীয়াত গান লিখিছে, কাজলতে তোমাৰ নাম, তুমি দুখটো কাজল ল'লে, এই যে বস্তুবোৰ যে সাহিত্য যে চৰ্চা কৰিছে, কবিয়ে লিখিছে, গীত লিখিছে, কাজলক লৈ পেলাই চকু যদি ভাল দেখি কাজল ল'লে, অকল ভাল দেখাই নহয়, ইট ইজ অলছ' চাম প্ৰটেক্টিভ স্ক্ৰীন। আমাৰ এতিয়া আজিকালি ছানস্ক্ৰীন লয় বহুতে নহয়, বিকজ অফ দিছ ৰেডিয়েশ্যন ছানস্ক্ৰীন লয়। হোৱাট ইজ ছানস্ক্ৰীন? হোৱাট ইজ কাজল? নেনো পাৰ্টিকল। It is just nanoparticle. আমাৰ লগতেই আছে সদায় বহুত বস্তু। We have not been able to know, and now it is coming in a much more disciplined way. But as I told you, it is not something which has suddenly fallen from the heaven. In 1959, many of you might be knowing a crazy physicist called Richard Feynman. Crazy physicist, Nobel laureate. He worked in a famous Manhattan project also in USA, which developed the atom bomb, and he was very, very unhappy later on. With our atom bomb, they killed people in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He was very unhappy. If I had known earlier that this bomb is going to be used for that destruction, I wouldn't have been a part of this project under Oppenheimer. So, Richard Feynman, in a lecture given at Caltech, California Institute of Technology, he mentioned about nanoparticles and nanotechnology. 1959. 1970s and 80s, it got some steam and it became a sort of discipline for many people, researchers, not very popular either. I did my master's from 89 to 91 in Kanpur IIT. Professor Bhattacharya's words still come to my mind. আমাদের কিছুদিন আরো অপেক্ষা করতে হবে। এখনো আমরা আল্ট্রাফিল্ট্রেশন বা reverse osmosis নিয়েই কাজ করছি, but after some time we will get nanofiltration as well. So those days have come. Those days have come, and you are looking at a huge industry which can not only solve our many problems, but also give employment to a lot of people. It is $125,000 million. Today, if you ask me, what is the volume of business for nano? It is $125,000 million US dollars. And in 1924, already there has been prophecy made by another 3 years' time. USA, Germany, and Brazil, of all the countries in the world, Brazil, developing country like ours, these 3 countries will be the major players. And 15 other players in the second tier will be there, including India. Many Asian countries are there. So after USA, Germany, and Brazil, India and other 14 countries will be in the second tier who will be able to propel this movement for development of nanosciences, nanotechnology, and not just develop for writing papers and going to conferences and seminars and increase your API scoring. No, it is going for societal development, societal good, and people's application. So dear friends, today is an auspicious day and technogracious. I'm very glad that yes, teaching community need to be, always given recognition of their duties, of their service to this thing. Some people join teaching out of compulsion, some people join teaching out of pure love. I'm in the second category, leaving a job at Oil India Duliajan, number 1, Digboi Refinery IOC, number 2. My third job was teaching in Assam Engineering College. And today when I look back to 1986 December, 34 years back, I have no repentation. I would love to be a teacher always in my life because it gives you always fresh ideas, new ideas, and you come across new inputs. If I'd been a refinery, my input for all the time would have been liquid oil, petroleum, making petrol, diesel, kerosene, naphtha, and all these things. But in engineering college, every batch is a new batch. Every student is a new student with new ideas, new, emotional, sentimental attachment. So I'm extremely happy to be with all of you here. I won't take much of your time. We are all running short of time. And this is a brief function as told by Sunandan to me. So I'd love to come back to you again and again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. With this, I'd like to start our cultural programs now. The first one will be an asterisk number by Manas Bora. So he is an assistant professor from the Mechanical Engineering Department. Manas Bora, the stage is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. So first of all, I would like to thank our Dean sir for organizing such an event to unite all the people during this pandemic. So this number is by Papan, so he gets written during this COVID pandemic because we lots of motivations, and in the last 6 months we were working day by day only go over office. So here's the wrote a song during the COVID, which is named as Far Away Home. It is all the bad times will go soon and the good times will come back.
Oh,
Next, I would like to ask Ananya to accompany. Joint also, yeah, sorry.
So thank you, Ananya Kalika, Manas Bora, and Jayanta Kumar Das, sir, for such an amazing number. It was really great enjoying. Now I'd like to request our respected HOD sir of Faculty of Engineering Technology, Dr. Arnav Borbuda, to kindly give the vote of thanks. So please.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor N.C. Talukder, Sir, for his encouraging and motivating speech. I would like to sincerely thank our chief guest, Horup Mishra, Sir, who is with us despite his very busy schedule and his delightful insight into the possibilities of nanotechnology. And I also would like to really appreciate the initiative taken by our beloved Dean Sir for bringing us together and offering this platform to thank really each other. We are definitely more united and focused as a team under his supervision. My sincere thanks also goes to the respective and distinguished deans of our faculties, our Director of Quality Process, Honorable Pratap Sharma Sir, for spending this time with us. My sincere thank is always for my dear colleagues. This is a reflection of your hard work and dedication, and I really appreciate and thrive for your cooperation in future. And lastly, but not the least, everyone present today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really grateful for spending this moment with us today. Thank you, everyone. Excuse me, we have one more item to go. So colleagues and faculty, they will come together for the last, there is a group song. So please, just another 2-3 minutes maybe.
This song is not prepared. See now, we take a little bit more than never see the chorus. So I hope This is a song by KK. So this is song of Friends. Its name is Yaar Dosti. K